today I'm going to talk about agricultural methane and how it contributes to climate change. So methane is a very important greenhouse gas. The largest share of the warming we experience today is from carbon dioxide, but methane is the second largest, so we have to acknowledge that and we have to get it right how we think about its impacts. So what I'm talking about today is a slightly new way of thinking about it. So at the moment we often think that methane influences the same climate in the same way as carbon dioxide does, just to a stronger degree. But even though it is a stronger greenhouse gas, it has a shorter lifespan in the atmosphere. So if we try and think of it as directly analogous to carbon dioxide, we will lose some of the important dynamics that means they alter the climate in different ways. And if we're thinking about livestock, and especially ruminant livestock, a large share of the emissions they're responsible for are methane. So if we want to know how they are contributing to climate change and how mitigations to their emissions can help mitigate climate change, then we need to get methane right. My key messages would be that methane is not directly analogous to carbon dioxide. So a large amount of carbon dioxide we emit will essentially stay in the atmosphere and exert a warming effect indefinitely. Whereas methane, it will break down, so we can have an ongoing rate of some methane, probably less than we have today, and that could be compatible with stable temperatures. But we really need to think of them differently if we're to understand those effects. So what this means in terms of practical implications is that we have to reach net zero carbon dioxide emissions. That's non-negotiable. Unless we reach that, we will always have further warming. But we don't necessarily have to do that for methane. Yes, of course, it's good to decrease emissions as much as possible, but it could be possible to have some remaining methane emissions in a way that it isn't for carbon dioxide. So I'd hope that policymakers and agricultural scientists can be more aware of this nuance between the gases, and that might help aid improved decision making and a better understanding of how different processes lead to climate change.